Welcome, everyone. Take a moment to close your eyes and imagine the life you've always dreamed of. Picture the success, the fulfillment, the joy that you know deep down you are capable of achieving. Now open your eyes. What if I told you that everything you just envisioned is within your reach? What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and that life is not the world around you, but something within you? We all have dreams, desires, and a burning need to create something meaningful with our lives. But too often we find ourselves stuck, held back by invisible chains that keep us from moving forward. Today I'm here to tell you that you have the power to break free. You have the power to shed the weights that are holding you down and rise to the heights you were born to reach. Today we're going to talk about the 3 things you must stop if you want to succeed truly, deeply, and powerfully succeed. These aren't just simple tips, they are transformative principles that can change the trajectory of your life. If you're ready to step into your greatness, if you're ready to become the person you were always meant to be, then this is the moment. This is your time. Let's make it count. Number 1, stop the excuses. The first thing you need to stop is making excuses. Excuses are the enemy of progress. They're the lies we tell ourselves to avoid the discomfort of growth. You see, excuses are like that extra weight on the rocket. They hold you back from achieving liftoff. Excuses come in all forms. I don't have the time, I'm too old, it's too late, I don't have the resources, I don't have the education, I've failed before, so why try again? Does any of this sound familiar? The truth is, every time you make an excuse, you give away your power. You're essentially saying that something outside of you is controlling your destiny. But let me tell you something, successful people don't buy into excuses. They recognize them for what they are: roadblocks that need to be smashed. I'm going to challenge you right now to think about the excuses that have been holding you back. What stories have you been telling yourself? Because that's all they are, stories. And the good news is, you can change your story anytime you choose. Instead of saying, I don't have the time, start saying, I'm going to make the time. Instead of saying, I'm too old, start saying, it's never too late to become who I'm meant to be. Instead of saying, I've failed before, start saying, every failure is a step closer to success. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you take back control of your life. It's the moment you step into your power and decide that you are the creator of your destiny. Number 2, stop the negative self-talk. The second thing you must stop if you want to succeed is negative self-talk. This isn't just about the words you say to yourself, it's about the beliefs you hold, the stories you tell, and the way you view your own potential. Negative self-talk is like a shadow that follows you, casting doubt and fear over everything you do. But here's the truth, you are not the sum of your doubts and fears, you are the sum of your potential and your dreams. Let's be honest, how often do you catch yourself saying things like, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I always mess things up, or I'm not as smart as others? These thoughts might seem small, but they carry immense power. They shape your reality, influence your decisions, and limit what you believe is possible. And here's the thing, the words you speak to yourself are not just reflections of your thoughts, they are the architects of your future. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not capable, that you're destined to fail, you're setting the stage for exactly that. But if you start telling yourself that you're powerful, capable, and destined for greatness, you begin to open doors you never thought possible. Negative self-talk is like poison, slowly seeping into your mind and sabotaging your efforts. It makes you doubt your abilities, second-guess your decisions, and shy away from opportunities. But here's the good news, you have the power to change your inner dialogue, to rewrite the script of your life. One of the most important steps you can take towards success is to become aware of your self-talk. Start paying attention to the thoughts that run through your mind. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, stop and challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me more often than not? You'll find that it's holding you back. Consider the words of Mahatma Gandhi, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. This quote beautifully illustrates the chain reaction that begins with your thoughts. If you want to change your destiny, you must start by changing your thoughts. Now, I know this isn't easy. Many of us have been conditioned to think negatively for years, even decades. But just like any other habit, you can change it with practice and persistence. Start by replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of saying, I can't, say I can and I will. Instead of thinking I'm not good enough, tell yourself, I am worthy, I am capable, and I am ready. Another powerful tool in overcoming negative self-talk is visualization. When you visualize success, you begin to program your mind to believe it's possible. Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest athletes of all time, was a master of this technique. He said, it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. Ali didn't just hope for success, he believed in it, visualized it, and spoke it into existence. Lastly, surround yourself with positive influences, people who uplift you, environments that inspire you, and content that empowers you. Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you surround yourself with negativity, it will seep into your thoughts and your life. But if you surround yourself with positivity, it will elevate your thinking, your actions, and ultimately your success. So here's the challenge from this moment forward. Commit to stopping the negative self-talk. Be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself with the same encouragement and love you would offer to a friend. Remember, you are the author of your story, and you have the power to write a narrative of strength, courage, and success. Start today and watch as your life begins to transform. Number 3, stop the fear of failure. The third thing you must stop is the fear of failure. This isn't just a small barrier, it's a fortress that stands between you and your dreams. The fear of failure is one of the most paralyzing forces in our lives, yet it's also one of the most unnecessary. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Failure is not the enemy. In fact, it's a powerful teacher, a stepping stone on the path to success. So many of us are terrified of making mistakes, of falling short, of not living up to our own or others' expectations. We're afraid that if we try and fail, it will somehow define us, diminish us, or make us unworthy. But I want you to understand this: failure is not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of your willingness to grow, to push your limits, to strive for something greater. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." What a powerful statement. Success and failure are not endpoints, they are part of the ongoing journey of life. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before finally inventing the light bulb. He didn't see those failures as a reason to stop, he saw them as 1,000 steps closer to success. Edison famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." What if he had given up after the first failure, or the 10th, or the 10th, or the 100th? The world as we know it would be very different today. The fear of failure can keep you locked in a prison of inaction. It whispers in your ear, telling you that it's safer to stay where you are, that it's better to never try than to risk failing. But let me tell you this, the greatest risk you can take in life is not failing, it's not trying. You don't want to look back on your life and realize that you let fear dictate your choices, that you let the possibility of failure keep you from reaching your full potential. Let me share another quote with you from Nelson Mandela. "Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." Mandela knew that the true measure of a person is not in their achievements, but in their resilience, their perseverance, their ability to rise above failure and keep moving forward. So how do you overcome the fear of failure? The first step is to change your perspective on failure itself. Start seeing failure as a necessary part of your growth, as a teacher that offers valuable lessons. Every time you fail, you're learning something new, you're gaining insights that you didn't have before. And those insights are what will eventually lead you to success. The second step is to embrace failure as an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Each time you fail and get back up, you're building the muscles of perseverance, determination, and grit. These are the very qualities that will carry you through to your ultimate success. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games, 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over and over again in my life." And that is why I succeed. Jordan's success didn't come in spite of his failures, it came because of them. He used each failure as fuel to drive him forward, to push him to be better, to never settle for less than his best. Finally, to stop the fear of failure, you must cultivate a mindset of relentless optimism. Believe in your ability to overcome any obstacle, to rise above any challenge, and to achieve your dreams no matter how many setbacks you encounter along the way. Remember, success is not the absence of failure, it's the persistence through failure. That persistence, that unwavering commitment to keep going no matter what, is what will ultimately lead you to success. So, I challenge you today to let go of the fear that has been holding you back. Embrace failure as a friend, as a mentor, as a stepping stone on your path to greatness. When you do, you'll find that the very thing you feared was never a barrier at all, but a gateway to the life you've always wanted. As we come to the end of our time together, I want you to take a deep breath and reflect on what we've discussed. The life you desire, the success you crave, it's all within your grasp. But it's not going to happen by chance. It's not going to happen by waiting for the stars to align. It's going to happen because you decide to make it happen. You are stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you've ever imagined. The only limits that exist are the ones you've placed on yourself. Today, I challenge you to let go of the excuses, the negative self-talk, and the fear of failure that have been holding you back. Release them and watch as your life begins to soar. Imagine a future where you look back on this moment as the turning point, the day you decided to take control of your destiny. Imagine a future where you've achieved more than you ever thought possible, where you've lived with passion, purpose, and a relentless drive to succeed. That future is waiting for you, but you must choose it. So as you leave here today, I want you to carry this message with you. You are capable of greatness. You are destined for success, and the power to achieve it is already within you. Stop the things that are holding you back and start living the life you were meant to live. Your journey starts now. Let's make it extraordinary.